Welcome to Interview with a Lockpicker, brought to you by Broke Picks. Prepare to enter the shadows.
With Interview with a Lockpicker, and today our special guest is Rabbi Picker. You can go ahead and say hi there.
Hey, everybody.
And so I guess let's get right into it. How did you get, and I'm very curious about this, how did you get into picking?
So that actually is, I mean, it's interesting, but it's also like the most common thing that I've heard on these interviews.
Yeah.
So it was during Corona, and I was, it started in Corona. I was laid off from
Yeah.
all my jobs when the world closed. I was a teacher in, religious schools.
Yeah.
And I was bored and didn't have what to do. So I was, surfing YouTube, and I ran into, of course, the lockpicking lawyer.
Yep.
So I was on and off, with the lockpicking lawyer for, a couple of years. And then about a year and a half ago, I also found McNally.
Yeah.
And I absolutely, I said, enough's enough. I have to try this out. So I ordered a pick set from, of course, China.
Yeah.
As everyone is wont to do to begin with. And I failed miserably. It was just awful. I couldn't open the most junky garbage. Like I did not know what I was doing. And I got very, very down on myself, which is something I want to do from time to time. And I gave up for about 3.5, 4 months. Then once again, I even stopped watching, Lockpicking Lawyer, still stuck with McNally for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then got about 3, 4 months later, got back into Lockpicking Lawyer. And I'm like, I have to try this one more time. And I stuck with it. And since then, I've just been going, found Reddit. And basically what really caught me, I probably would have flunked out again if I hadn't found Reddit and met some of the guys there who then sent me to Discord. And just got part of the community, and that just, that was it. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I can tell you can burn yourself out. You can give up from, you're just not progressing. But man, we're all here to help. I'm available 9 times out of 10, 24 hours a day, half the time, and
Yeah, totally. I'm saying from some of the biggest names in lock sport were like available. Like I was floored when I got through guys that I was seeing on YouTube with maybe not like the biggest of the biggest. I've never gotten a chance to talk to Lockpicking Lawyer or McNally. Okay. But I met guys who have thousands of videos, thousands of subscribers, millions of views, and they're answering my questions on Reddit like it's nothing.
Yep.
Like they have all the time in the world. And it's just the most amazing thing.
Yep. It's the community is so amazing that way. And once you get over that nervousness and you just put yourself out there, they're happy to answer anything and help you out in any way. I was so excited for this interview because I was like, Rabbi Picker, this is
Yeah, right. Not the most common of pickers.
yeah. I never would have guessed, but what I like about it is this community transcends everything, and we come together and for a common goal, and that's what I love about it. So, is there anything
I'm
you'd like
saying
to
like you.
go ahead?
Sorry, what? I was just gonna say like you hear the expression from time to time like you meet somebody who'd literally give you the shirt off their back.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about this community. Like I don't know a single guy in this community who wouldn't give you the shirt off his back if he could.
absolutely. I have to agree 100%. So, what about yourself would you like the audience to know about you? I mean, obviously you're a rabbi. Other than that, or
So
even
that's one thing is that I am actually an ordained uh, Orthodox Jewish rabbi.
yeah,
I'm definitely not your standard standard picker. That's one thing I will definitely admit to. I'm not
yeah,
your classic. I'm here. I like to help guys out also when I can. I love sending out, locks that are. I live in Israel, so there's locks that you can't get outside of Israel. I like sending those out. I want to. I love contributing to this community. I think this community is the literal backbone of what makes lock sport so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I know I'm going to sound like a broken. I'm going to sound like a broken record in this interview, but like I'm just going to keep saying it because it's just I'm so floored by you're talking about a community that has and I've seen people's private Facebook pages and Instagram accounts, and like you have people from the entirety of the spectrum, like literally the entirety, from political left to the political right, and religious, every religion on the book, or non-religious or anti-religious. And in lock sport, that does none of that. That is all irrelevant.
Yep.
We're all friends and we're here for each other.
Yep.
And it's just amazing. It's something that is dearly missing in this world this day and age.
It is. It is
forgotten art.
To be able to put things aside and realize not everything can't be overcome, And
100%.
But yeah, what did you start your YouTube channel out? What was the original reason you started out your YouTube channel? Was it just for the belt system? Are you doing the belt system?
So I'm doing the belt system. I'm currently a green belt. I'm progressing quite slowly. I'm a slow learner, but each his own pace. I also, because everything else I do in my life, it's very hard to find time to pick. So I'm picking at a slow pace. Mostly, honestly, just to be frank, kicks and giggles, just to see if I could do it.
Yeah.
Just to do it, get out my wacky sense of humor. Sometimes takes off, sometimes doesn't. But it's what it is. Yeah, it was just for fun. Just for fun.
Great. Yeah, it's
an outlet.
It's so awesome that we can put these videos out there and follow each other, and and the connection with that, we learn and innovate and push the sport and lock picking forward. I really.
There's no question. Without, I don't think there's a single person in the community who would be where they are without the rest of the community. It's literally a whole that makes the individuals, each one, more successful.
Yep.
I know for myself, I would still be sitting at white belt if not for the advice and the help that I got from people who are committed to just being there for everyone.
Yep. And that's another good thing that you're kind of taking it slow too, because don't rush through it just to get that. Really take your time to learn, because a lot of us get in there and we get gung ho, and you can burn yourself out and get frustrated, and and then you go back and realize things you missed, and it doesn't have to be hurry up and get through the belt system, hurry up and get to whatever this is. It's something that you can take your time and really decide what avenue you want to go down. There's a lot of avenues with it too.
100%. And not just that, even, it took me, my hardest jump was from orange to green. And I realized that, as if you rush too much, you end up picking up bad habits. And you have to just go back, reset, start off again. You're back at white. You pick a white belt. You do it properly, slowly, doing it the right way. Get rid of the bad habits, get into good habits. And I think it's always good to. I've heard from a lot of pickers that once they get really, really high, they have a hard time with the lower level belts. So you just have to constantly keep checking yourself to go back, get the fundamentals. Don't forget the fundamentals. Don't forget the fundamentals.
Yep.
The other thing that I think is just so cool about lock sport is there are so many branches to it. Yeah. Meaning, if you get burned out a little bit from picking, so go make a CL. If you're not interested in CLs, go do a 3D print. make a tool. Like there's so much creativity in this one little niche that no one would imagine. People think a lot of people I meet and I say, yeah, my hobby is picking locks. They think I'm out of my mind. And they don't realize the amount of creativity and ability to like find ways to chill, to relax, to also to test yourself and to challenge yourself. And there's so many things to do. You never really have to burn out from any one thing, because as soon as you feel like you burn out, okay, I'll do something else for a week or two.
Yep. I had to learn that because, and I get, I love all of the aspects of it. You can't fit it all into one day, because I love safe
For sure not.
crafting and I've built CLs. I like building tools. I like all of it. You can make cases. You can do there's so many avenues. That's what I love about it so much too. And it keeps your brain progressing and not falling into this just
Right.
zone.
Because mental stagnation.
Yeah. Do you have?
I don't think I've stuck with a hobby as long as I have with this.
I think I can say the same. That this has been since on and off. I've had obviously I had kids and jobs and things, and it fell to the wayside for a little bit, but I never gave up on it. And I went periods where I didn't pick for a while and then came back to it, but I've been doing it almost my entire life. And yeah. Do you have
So I was
anything?
into CL for a while. I
Oh,
put out a couple CLs, and then I got a little bored with putting out CLs, so I took a break from that. I'm going to go back to that shortly. Each thing in its own thing. I'm about to start to get into tool making. I'm going to give it a try, even though I was very hesitant because I'm not very good with my hands. I'm going to give it a try. Why not? What do I have to lose?
Yep.
If it fails, it fails. Go in the garbage. Move on to something else.
Yep. Yep. And if not, maybe you find out you are good at it.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. I never thought I was going to be good at CLs. My CLs are pretty decent, I would say. Pretty decent. I only have 2 on the market. A third one on its way, but they're half decent. They're not bad. I thought they were going to be a joke. I'm decent.
Awesome.
I thought much better than I thought I was.
Yeah, and the creativity that can go into those is mind-boggling.
For sure. Just look at Elroy, the king of CLs.
Yeah, he really took over. He lives right by me. We hang out quite often, when we can. And
He's the best.
He grabbed a hold of that and just, skyrocketed.
You saw his last one that the QA is basically sitting at almost just short of open, and that the deepest fall set I think humanly possible. It's ridiculous. It's just insane.
It is. There's some I'm like, really? That it's torturing people.
Yeah, I told him that was just simply evil, just pure evil, and I love it. It's just awesome.
Yeah. So if you had one thing to tell new pickers out there and coming into the sport, what would be your advice for new people coming in?
Real basic. Don't be shy. You have nothing to be embarrassed from anyone here. We've all been where you were. Some of us might not be so far off from where you are now, and everyone is here to help you, and everyone has what to contribute. Get on Discord, get on Reddit, talk to people, text people, private message people. No one is going to be afraid to talk to you. Everyone is going to be happy to give you their knowledge and help you along, because this is the least competitive space of any sort of hobby sport type thing.
Oh yeah, just
don't be shy. Absolutely.
If you don't have gatekeepers, I've watched the sport come up and up, and with no gatekeeping and people like, it isn't like racing cars or motorcycles or something. There's a little trick we've been doing for years, but we don't tell nobody. That doesn't happen. So it just progresses and gets bigger and better. And
yeah, and every person's added input just brings the hobby further and further along.
Yep. Do you have any lock sporters that you would like to give a shout out to that you think could use people hearing about them? Any
Oh
of those?
man. Oh man. Do I have a list? And I'm so scared I'm gonna miss somebody.
Oh, we all do.
So I'll do my best, and please, no one be offended if I forgot. I love you all. You guys are all amazing. You know, I'm gonna try and keep it, as best I can. So the first one I have to shout out is the first guy I ever really interacted with, truly on a decent basis, was RuneSmith. I
Hmm.
met him on Reddit, and he absolutely helped me, especially with the beginnings of CLs. He helped me a tremendous amount, and I just have a tremendous amount of gratitude to his help. Then there's DMAC, who also, like, he by all rights is a superstar in the space. He by
Oh,
all
yeah.
rights doesn't, he could be a diva if he wanted to. The opposite, the most kind, giving, sweet person. Um, Also helped me tremendously with CL making and tool making and advice on lever locks, and sent out he sent me a set of picks. We did it. I sent him some locks. He sent me some picks and some locks. Just he's a sweet guy.
Hmm.
And then there's Mountain Mick. He's the one who got me into Mountain Mick. Is just a sweetie pie of a guy.
Yeah.
Just a terrific guy. Um, Texas Rebel, Greyhound, Brian that we spoke about before. Brian,
Yep.
Brian, he who breaks things.
Yep.
Um, Stu, who's just awesome, and I cannot forget for a second Nightmare, who has been there for me day and night. Doesn't matter what time of day he's answering my questions. He's helping me. He's just a fantastic guy. Like, I could go on for hours, just name everyone in the sport if we want. Just because
Yep.
everyone is so amazing. Elroy, of course, who I love talking to, who I've mapped my CLs with, who's been there. Mr. Happy, who I don't think has a YouTube, but he used to be on Discord a little bit. He's the sweetest guy. He's a German lockpicker who lives in America. Mr. Happy, he's awesome, sweet guy, amazing guy. He's helped me a ton. Um, Gosh, I really don't want to forget anybody.
Yeah. No rush.
um, oh, Nick's picks from England, who's been putting up with my incessant, annoying questions about lever locks nonstop. Um, Dots locks, also sweet guy. Just like, I could go on. I could just go on for hours.
Yep. I'm there with you. So with that,
Um, you know, yeah.
are there any what is your if you had to cut it down to one thing about lock sport, what would be the thing that you would say is your favorite part, the thing that keeps you coming back, that is most important to you about it?
And that is, without a doubt, the broken record is the community. I'll be very straight. I'll put all my cards on the table. I live in a tremendous amount of controversy, and I thoroughly expected to get a ton of hate on Discord and on YouTube and on Reddit, and it makes a certain amount of sense. I live in a very, very controversial place. We're going through a very controversial time.
Hmm.
Not an iota of that. Not an iota. I was accepted as an individual. Doesn't matter what people think about everything else. I'm an individual. They're judging me based on who I am. And that is something that is becoming, unfortunately, a lost art in this world. This is the part of this community that it gives me hope. It gives a little hope, a little light into the world that is so full of darkness. It's our little house in the dark. And I just think it's such a special thing that you don't see anymore.
Yep. I have to agree
And we have to
100%.
hold on to it, because we got to hold on to it, because it actually does make the world a better place. A little, obviously, in our little corner, it makes the world a better place.
It absolutely does. Like I've said 100 times before, I wouldn't be sitting here today doing this if it wasn't for the people in this community when nobody was there, you know?
Yeah,
These
100%. You know, I've seen, in my very short time, I've seen like pickers who were clearly going through a hard time, like severely hard time, like scary hard times. And everyone was there picking. No, give me your number. I want to talk to you. Don't do anything rash. I'm here for you, but bro, like talk to me. I'm here. You need to go out. I'll take you out. What do you need? What can we do? How can we help you? Shirt off your back, literally.
Mhm. And the
It's
world
nothing
has
like it.
gotten,
Just nothing like it.
yep, it's a little beacon of hope in some of the darkest times I can ever imagine. And we got to keep it here, and hopefully it'll spread. All it takes is a little spark, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I agree 100%. Not a question.
Well, with that, we'll
Not a question.
we'll end this portion of the interview here. Is there any final message you'd like to give to the audience out there? Anything that comes to mind?
Just keep being the great people you are. Just keep being the awesome people that you are. Don't.
Oh, you cut out there for a second.
I just said just everyone. I just hope everyone, don't ever change. You guys are awesome and amazing people, and just keep being amazing people because that's what the world needs.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming on the interview with a lock picker. Hopefully, you're able to stay on for a little bit after for the Into the Shadows. And thank you all for joining us. And thank you, Rabbi Picker, for hopping on here and telling us your story. And we will catch you all next time.